Caleb heard the sound before he saw anything, the faint scrape of metal, then a muffled groan. His hand drifted toward his revolver as he nudged his horse closer to the dry creek bed. There, half hidden beneath a fallen mesquite tree, was a woman, her wrists bound by rusted shackles, her ankles raw and bleeding, her dark hair tangled with dust. Her clothing was torn, her skin bruised, and though she looked weak enough to collapse fully into the earth, her eyes burned with fierce defiance. An Apache woman, a prisoner, and from the look of the tracks nearby, recently abandoned. Caleb dismounted slowly, hands raised. "I ain't here to harm you," he said quietly. The woman tried to push herself upright, but hunger and exhaustion overtook her. She fell against the sand, breathing in short, ragged bursts. Caleb knelt, studying her injuries. Someone had kept her alive, barely, probably planning to collect a bounty for delivering her to Fort Wilkins. He pulled a canteen from his saddlebag and placed it in her hands. For a moment, she didn't move. Then she drank, desperately, water spilling over her chin, her body shaking with need. When she finished, her voice came out raw, accented but steady. "My name is Nayaya." Caleb nodded. "Caleb, I'm going to get you out of here." He placed his hand on the shackle chain to inspect it. Naye flinched. "I'm not your enemy," he whispered. Then the sharp crack of a rifle echoed across the basin. A bullet struck the ground near Caleb's feet. He spun, dragging Naye behind the fallen tree for cover. Across the flat desert, 3 men on horses were approaching fast, dust trailing behind them. Bounty hunters. One of them shouted, "Step away from the Apache, cowboy. She's worth good money." Caleb felt Naye's faint breath against his shoulder. She was too weak to run, too weak to fight. He drew his gun. "You've got one warning," Caleb yelled. A laugh came in reply. "We ain't leaving without her." Another bullet ripped through the branches overhead. Caleb didn't want to fight, but he knew a losing one when he saw it. There was only one chance. He grabbed the chain connecting Naye's shackles, hooked it around his saddle horn, and sliced at the tree branches with his knife to clear a path. He met Naye's eyes. "I'm getting you out of this. Stay with me." She tried to stand but stumbled. Caleb caught her around the waist. "You're mine now," he hissed, not as a claim, but as a desperate, protective command. "Stay with me. Trust me. Let me save you." Then he hauled her onto his horse, climbed behind her, and kicked the animal into a full sprint. Gunfire exploded around them. The desert blurred. Rocks and thorn bushes whipped past as Caleb rode hard for the narrow entrance of Red Canyon, a twisting maze he knew well enough to vanish inside. Behind them, the bounty hunters cursed and fired again, but the canyon walls swallowed the sound as Caleb dove between the rising red cliffs. Naye sagged against him, nearly unconscious. "You hold on," he whispered. "We're almost there." The path grew tighter, zigzagging through the shadows. Caleb used every trick he knew, doubling back, splashing through a shallow pool, letting hooves print over stone to confuse the trail. Finally, when he felt sure they'd shaken pursuit, he slowed the horse and slid off, catching Naye before she fell. He carried her beneath a natural stone overhang and laid her gently on the cool ground. Her lips trembled. "Why, you help?" Caleb shrugged. "Didn't seem right, what they were doing." "Many do not care about right," she whispered. "Well," he sighed, "I ain't many." Hours passed. As dust settled over the canyon, Caleb built a small fire, carefully shielding its glow from the open air. He managed to break the shackle chain using a wedge of stone and a hammering rock. Naye watched him without speaking, her expression unreadable. Finally, she said, "You risked your life for me." "Figure anyone would," Caleb said. "No." Her voice was soft. "Not for someone Apache." Caleb didn't respond. He knew she was right. The frontier wasn't kind to her people, nor to anyone caught between two worlds. When she had strength enough to sit upright, he offered her jerky and hard tack softened with water. She ate slowly, but with the hunger of someone who had survived on almost nothing for far too long. "My tribe. They were attacked," she said quietly. "Many taken. I was captured. I escaped 3 nights ago, but..." She lifted the raw, bloody marks on her wrists. "Not far. Caleb stared into the fire. We'll get you home. She studied him, long, searching. You say, you are mine now, she murmured. In your tongue. What does it mean to you? Caleb winced. It means, in that moment, I had to keep you close. I had to keep you alive, that's all. Naye considered this, then nodded. Good, she said, because I do not belong to anyone. A small smile tugged at his lips. Wouldn't dream of claiming otherwise. The next morning, Caleb woke to the sound of distant hooves. Naye was already alert, crouching low near the canyon entrance. They found the trail, she whispered. Caleb's jaw tightened. Then we finish this. The bounty hunters emerged, rifles raised. Caleb stepped into view with his revolver drawn. You boys don't learn, do you? The leader sneered. Move aside, cowboy. Last offer. Naye suddenly rose behind him, her stance steady despite exhaustion. She held Caleb's extra knife. I am not prey, she said. Caleb looked at her, surprised but proud. The standoff tightened like a coiled snake. Then it exploded. The first shot came from the hunters, shattering rock near Naye. Caleb fired back, dropping one of the men. Naye darted behind another boulder, knife ready. The second hunter charged on horseback, swinging his rifle like a club. Caleb ducked, grabbed the reins, and pulled the man off the saddle. They fought in the dust, rolling, grappling for the rifle. Meanwhile, the third hunter dismounted and stalked toward Naye. She waited, patient, calculating. When he lunged, she sidestepped, cutting across his forearm. He screamed. She kicked his leg, sending him sprawling. Caleb finally overpowered his opponent, slamming him to the ground. The leader scrambled up, gun shaking in his hands. You should have stayed out of this, cowboy, he fired. But Naye struck from the side, knocking his arm upward. The shot ricocheted harmlessly off the canyon wall. Caleb leveled his revolver. It's over. The hunters dropped their weapons. And for the first time since she'd been captured, Naye breathed freely. They left the canyon together, walking rather than riding, the horse carrying only supplies and water for the journey. Caleb kept an easy pace, letting Naye set the rhythm. She spoke more now, about her tribe, about the mountains she called home, about the spirits she believed watched over her people. Caleb listened quietly, fascinated by things he'd never heard told by anyone who lived them. And she asked about him. You wander, she said, but why? Nowhere else to be, I guess. Everyone has a place, she said. Maybe, I just ain't found mine. Perhaps you look in wrong direction. They shared a smile, tired, warm, honest. By the fourth evening, they reached the foothills. Smoke rose from distant fires, Apache fires. Naye stopped, her eyes bright with emotion. My people, Caleb nodded. Reckon I'll leave you here. But Naye placed a hand on his arm. Come with me. They must know what you did. I'm not sure they want a cowboy wandering into camp. They will hear from me first, she said firmly. You saved me, that matters. And so he followed her. At the edge of the encampment, several Apache warriors approached, bows drawn. Naye stepped forward, speaking quickly in her language. Their expressions softened, first with disbelief, then with relief. Soon a small crowd surrounded them, greeting her, touching her shoulders, welcoming her back. Caleb stood awkwardly until the tribe's elder approached, a man with silver hair and eyes like burning coals. You brought back one of our daughters, the elder said in accented English. You risked your life for her. Caleb dipped his head. Seemed like the right thing. The elder studied him for a long, silent moment. You say you wander, he said, but today your path had meaning. Naye stepped beside Caleb. He fought for me. He defended me. Without him, I would not stand here. The elder nodded. Then we offer you food, shelter, and safe passage. You leave when you wish, or you stay if your spirit chooses. Caleb blinked, caught off guard. He looked at Naye. She looked back with quiet certainty. You found a trail today, she said softly. Sometimes a trail finds you. Caleb stayed 3 days among the Apache, learning, listening, helping where he could. And though he didn't yet know where his life would lead, something inside him felt changed. On the morning he prepared to leave, Naye met him at the edge of camp. You travel again, she said. Seems I'm always traveling. She stepped closer. But if your path circles back here, You will not walk alone. Caleb felt the words settle warm and steady in his chest. He placed a hand over hers. I'll remember that. She smiled, soft but strong. Go, Caleb Rourke, she said, and carry the spirits of this place with you. With the rising sun at his back, Caleb rode away. Not a hero, not a legend, just a man who had found something he didn't know he was missing. A purpose, a direction, a connection, and maybe, just maybe, a reason to return.